Okay, that's really how y'all act when I fry fish. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Yeah. Did you enjoy that sandwich? I enjoyed bringing it out to you. I wanted so bad to just steal it. And they said it's Antonio's, and then they all described you. And I was like, yes, he's the only black man in the audience. And then when I brought it to you, I loved to watch you trying to delicately eat it. And I knew you just wanted to tear into it, so I appreciate that. How y'all doing tonight? I've been noticing that people keep telling me when I go to do comedy, Jess told us, people are like going, don't talk politics. Don't talk. Why not? Why not? I'm happy now. Why not talk politics? Because I feel like a few weeks back there, during that debate time period, that it was kind of like if we all belonged to one of those super Six Flags Over Jesus churches in the East. By the way, people, too, there's a difference between East Bank and the East, so we're all under the water world. So I felt like, if we all were going to that church, and then here we were that Sunday, and the preacher just came out and said, Satan won, go home and live your life. That's how I felt after that debate. That's it. It was over. And then, all of a sudden, it was like, Kamala. So I was like, oh my God, we have reason to live again. Reason to live. And I'm not saying like he's Satan and she's the second coming of Christ or the new Messiah, or maybe I am. And why would that be such a bad thing to have a woman in that job this time? Might go, the 4,000 years might go down a little different for us this time. So I'm okay with that. Recently, too, of course, I had a guy say to me, oh, you're just going to vote for her because she's a woman. And I was like, yeah. I mean, you're voting for the other guy. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun now. I don't know. I just feel lighter, feel happier. I read that Jimmy Carter told his kids that he was going to live long enough to vote for her. He's 103. Jimmy Carter, if you don't know that, just look him up. He was a peanut farmer. He did good. He built houses for Habitat. I know my mom is 95, and she is going to vote for Kamala. She told me that. But he said he's going to live just long enough to vote for her. I think my mom is going to push that envelope. So we're going to need her in office because my sister and I might be doing elder care longer than my mom might outlive us. So one thing I've learned in books and movies is that people that live a really long time usually made a pact with Satan. And we've been trying to find that contract ever since. She recently asked me what QAnon was, and she thought it was a queer Al-Anon. And I was like, thank you for being so woke, but we're white, so don't try. It was good, and we were on our way to Cracker Barrel, Amanda's favorite restaurant. Amanda hates when I say that, but we know it's true. Some people are like, ooh, don't go to Cracker Barrel, I think they're racist. I think they call themselves Cracker Barrel. They were hiding nothing. Anyway, I did explain to her in the Cracker Barrel what QAnon was while QAnon people sat around me. There was no pay it forward that day. And I got very uncomfortable when the waitress came. I said, just give me the Hillary special, 2 babies' bloods. For those of you who don't know what QAnon is, look it up. It's just this belief that there's a few Democrats and Tom Hanks involved in a satanic pedophile crew undermining the Democratic Party. And I'm, with them kind of on the Tom Hanks, because honestly, I know y'all love Tom Hanks. He gets on my last nerves. He just repeatedly makes the same movie that says a man with a child's brain and attitude can still win the girl and live happily ever after. A white man always wins. Always wins. Box of chocolates for any white guy. Life can be like a box of chocolates. For the rest of us, not so much. Maybe more like, chips. Okay, I pulled out Olympics. I feel like Jess right now. I just want to throw this on the ground. Olympics, we've all been watching. I really enjoyed yesterday while I saw this guy from Norway and this guy from Great Britain have a cat fight You know, I don't know, but lately I've been going to this open mic and we keep getting disrupted by straight men getting into their feelings and having meltdowns. And then now I was watching it on the Olympics and I was like, wow, you know, what happened to those days when you just stuffed your feelings, right, Antonio? Because I gotta say, I'm kind of wishing y'all would go back to that. I work with pretty much all men. They wanted to be here tonight, but I think they couldn't all agree. I work with a large group of men, and sometimes I'm like, let's just go back to the old ways. For you, not for me. So anyway, I'm watching this Olympics. These two guys are having a cat fight over I'm better. And then in the race, it was such a glorious moment because an American just ran past them at the very end. And another American came in and took the silver. So the British guy got second place. Anyway, it was wonderful because the guy too who won, he kind of looked like a hippie, you know? Kind of like if he had said, I'm a vegan and I live in Taos, I would have been like, absolutely. So I know that killed their souls. And I was happy about that. Let's see. Oh no, that's for Amanda. Okay. Let's see, what is this one? By the way, I met Rosalie and Jess some years back because I saw that they were doing a tour here, and I sent them a message and said, hey, hotels here are expensive, want to stay at my house? And they were kind of like, what? And then they were like, hey, maybe so. And then they ended up not actually spending the night, but they came to my house while I was at work, and they spent the day at my home with my dogs. They had a great time. My dog at the time, just L Dog. And then they went to the show here. And then I came out and I met them at the show because I realized it was the night after a Saints playoff game, so no one was going to be here. And I picked them up, and I did not know Jess was a veteran. And she was in the front seat with me, and my friend Lori was in the back with Rosalie. And we were going down 2-lane, you know where that steam comes out the ground? And Jess was like, oh my God, what's that? And I was like, and I drove right into it, went, oh my God, I don't know, what is that? And then Lori said later, you know she's a veteran. You probably just fucked up her Olympics yesterday. I felt really shitty, so I was glad she could come back, and I made her some red beans with meat and made some red beans without meat for Rosalie. Okay, I think, am I supposed to be getting out of here? I think one more. I got my time. Okay, I just can't, I'm not liking these things at all. Let me just see right quick what we got here. What is this? Is a whole letter. What have you done to earn those beads? Oh, yeah, that's so sad. That's so sad. That's just a joke we play on tourists. Okay? Because I'll tell you what I've done to earn those beads is I fucking let people stay at my house during Mardi Gras. You know what I mean? And what do they tell you? You're like, don't bring those beads into my house. And they're like, I'm not. I swear I'm going to take everything home I catch. And they don't. They leave you a note, thanks, had a great time. By the way, here's 6 bags of beads. You know? Or better yet, I didn't bring them in your house. They're all in the trunk of your car. And right now, they've probably molded into some art in my attic. Also, Jess has some fascinating earrings she might want to toss out as Mardi Gras throws. All right, thank you guys for coming. Really appreciate everybody's support. Check out Grace at the Green Light on your way out.